Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, one of the older tarots that I have, that I own. It's by Bill Greer and Lloyd Morgan. On this side, they like to give credit to these other people, in case you want that information. There you go. Supportive Oracle cards, Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, which I'm hoping that's not washing out. I hope you can read that. Okay. Already shuffled. What do we have for Gemini? Ooh. I'm getting a lot of money references all of a sudden. I'm wondering if this has a lot to do with money for you. Let's go a little farther before... Okay. You had planning. You had a lot of planning getting into whatever this is. It seems very busy. Okay. I get that. But you got the Doorway to Value and the Healer of Ages bringing you into this. There's a lot of planning, I feel. Or at least you went through a lot of different options before you chose this. I really do feel like there's a lot of planning, though. So it seems like you planned in some respect. Door to Value, Healer of Ages. The Healer of Ages, like... I don't feel anything bad here, obviously. It's the healer. But... I just feel like you planned on what you wanted to do. You knew what you were getting into. You knew it was going to be a good thing. It was making something better for you. This is good. It could be good things, or there could be better things for other people too. But like, you knew what you were getting into, and it was definitely going to be something that was going to help you move forward into a better place in life in some respect. And it could balance out in the sense of like, when you help yourself, you're able to help others. But definitely you're benefiting in this situation. I think that's a very good thing. Now, when you keep going forward in this, when you first get involved, it's very interesting. It's almost a little tricky, I want to say, because it looks like you're not all that interested when you start getting involved. You're playing this very coy. Whatever it is you're getting involved with, you got the Seven of Swords, but you're not abandoning anything, but you're like paying attention. And you might know stuff about this situation getting into it that other people don't know, and you're not giving that information out. You're like, I know something that y'all don't know, but you're not even going to know that I have a clue. I'm playing it very coy, you're very smart, and you got a lot of value coming into this. All of this seems to be happening at once. Woman with a coin, the sacral chakra, second chakra. You're planning to get involved with something. You're seeing a lot of value here, but it's also something you plan to stay involved with for a long time. It's also going to benefit you in a very secure way. Like, you're planning to stick with this and to keep it up and to keep going. But you're seeing a way to add into this and to lock into this that's going to very much serve you. Still very careful about who you're letting know what you see coming forward. You're also getting the Ten of Cups, saying you like your position. You like having a little bit more intel than people know and keeping it to yourself. You like having that advantage. That's something that's very good here. I don't feel bad about it, but I do see the Devil card here, but they're saying be careful how far you use this to your advantage. If you have people you like or people you trust or want to trust, you might want to like help them out, but still not give up your advantage. The Devil card is just saying be careful how far you take that advantage. Be careful how much you keep to yourself, because you might be able to benefit yourself even more by giving out more information when applicable. Because it feels like you're also going to perpetually stay ahead of the game. You seem to be keeping ahead of the game and keeping ahead of the game. You got this little advantage you're keeping to yourself, but give out the information when it might help others who can also benefit, that it won't take away from you. The Devil card is telling me, I feel like what it's saying is you have the ability to help others move forward without it moving against you, without it working against you. When you can help others and it doesn't work against you, make sure you do that. Because I feel like you're going to be kind of like, well, maybe I just need to stay out of other people's business and let them do what they need to do. You will have more benefits coming to you later if you do give out that help. It's kind of like the devil card is saying you don't have to help these other people, but it's better if you do. It's not going to go against you to help some other people out with this, but it's definitely partly going out of your way to do so. Things like just be aware of the balance in the situation. Now, what I'm feeling with this, especially with the balance to that devil card, is saying if you help people even though you don't have to, it will come back your way in a positive way. If you don't help people even though you don't have to, you might get a detriment later that you weren't really expecting. Sometime down the line, you might be able to help or you might need some help, or maybe would benefit from some help, and you may not get it. It's almost like if you open the door first and you help somebody, you put it out there, oh, here's some extra help for you. And it's just like you're just doing it because it's the right thing or it's a good thing to do. They'll remember that, or the right person will remember that, and the good will come back to you. Just be aware of that. That's all they're saying with this. There's a lot going on here. Action is telling me things are very busy. You won't lose your advantage by doing that. Logan, get down. Logan, get down. Sorry. It's just one of those nights at my house. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Now, if we keep going forward with this, it's interesting that you have the yin-yang on your side, because I'm seeing the yin-yang picture here. And what's happening in the environment is the Ace of Pentacles. To me, there's a very obvious connection here. The yin-yang isn't always or usually about money, but I'm seeing this mirrored effect here with these two cards. Be careful going forward. Things are going to balance. Like, there's a spiritual balance to this financial situation. Just because it's money doesn't mean there's not a spiritual component to it. Keep that in mind. Because going forward, the more you balance this spiritually, the better this is going to work out for you. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Not like I have to tell you that, but not just like in the financial sense. Emotionally, what people are going through, what strife they're handling, where you could help them, where you don't have to. There seems to be a lot of this in this situation, where you emotionally can help somebody where you don't have to, because you can really bring in a lot of favor your way, a lot of good social connections by helping. And I'm getting over and over again, it's like these are situations you don't have to involve yourself in. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. They're saying if you do, this will come back your way in a very positive way. Like the yin-yang is the balance. If you put yourself out there, even though you don't have to help somebody, it will come back your way in a positive way. People will remember you. People will like you if you help them. Or even if you're not it could be even somebody, you're helping somebody you don't have to. Somebody else over to the side may notice that and may like you for it. They may have nothing to do with you or that situation, but they see you do something nice for somebody and you don't have to. Other people, like I've done that. I've seen people do that, and I've noticed them be kind to people where they didn't really have to do that. And it always, to me, I notice it, and I'm like, you know what? That person didn't have to be that way. They could have just walked away and pretended nothing happened, but they went out of their way to help somebody. And I'm one of those people. I notice when other people do that, and I'm like, you know what? That to me makes me want to help somebody or make me want to look out for that person, because I'm like, I feel like they deserve it. It just makes me feel good about that person, or makes me want to trust that person. Because you might have that type of benefit here with the thinking man and the woman holding the heart. You could get some added benefit. It might not even be the person you're actually helping, but somebody who saw you do it. Hostilities will pop up in the environment. There will be problems, is what I'm getting. There will definitely be problems. When this happens, you want allies on your side so you don't have to deal with that. At least not on your own. This will help you when this comes forward. When you do these things, these hostilities don't have to be that big of a deal. There's definitely going to be problems, but this could be something where you could have somebody come in and clinch it so it's not that big of a deal and move it on. So it's just kind of like a problem happens, somebody steps in to help you out with it, it moves on, you don't have to worry about it, and you're more secure. If you don't, you're still going to be able to work through it. It just makes your life easier. It's like, do you want to spend your time working on things you want to handle and dealing with things you want to deal with? Or do you want to spend your time dealing with problems more than you really want to, or more than you really have to, I should say? This will help you. Like, this seems to be more about emotional balance than anything else, just to give you a heads up. Financially, you seem to work out either way. Financially, you seem secure either way. The question is, like, the emotional upset, the problems. Do you really want to deal with those? Do you really have to deal with those? You could have other people on your side. I'm really getting, like, helping people when you don't really have to will benefit you out. It will work for you. I really will. I feel like you're questioning that. As you keep going forward, you're going to be questioning, do I really want to get involved in that? This reading, I feel like, is saying this will work to your benefit. Because you seem to get into a pattern. The more you help, the more you seem to be connected. You seem to get a reputation for helping people even though you don't have to. People really start to like you. And I don't know how this sounds to you, but the more people like you, the more they want to help you, the more they want to push things your way that are good for you. They just like somebody who's out there. It just seems like you're doing things just because you want to be nice, just because you want to help somebody, just because you understand what it's like to struggle, and you want to help somebody else not struggle as much. People like that. It goes for you. It goes towards you. It goes towards you in a good way. The angel of love is here in the environment. People just will really, really, like, no matter who you are otherwise, like, maybe they don't understand how you do this. Maybe they don't understand the choices you're making. But if they like you anyway, it's not going to matter. They're still going to want to stand with you and stand behind you because they believe that you have a good heart. And you do, is what I'm getting. It's just putting it out there and letting, helping people and letting people see it. There's going to be times where you're kind of all stuck with this situation, in the sense of, like, even putting yourself out there emotionally and helping people when you don't have to, you're going to kind of feel like, you got a little bit tied up in things a little bit more than you wanted to. But again, I'm getting the 7th chakra, that's the crown chakra. It's kind of like spiritual advancement for you. This is worth it. This is kind of what you're here for, to move forward this way, to put yourself out there. Do you have to? You don't. Will you be thankful if you do? You will. That's where I'm going with that. There's going to be problems in this situation. Whatever it is you're dealing with, there are definitely, one way or another, like, you're not going to get around that. You're not going to get around it. There's going to be problems left or right. It's just a question, like, do you want people standing with you or leaving you standing on your own? If you put yourself out there when you don't have to, and you help people through things when you don't have to, I'm getting, in this situation at least, people will stand with you and people will help you through that storm. The door to value is up to you. How much value you have behind this door is up to you. So basically, that's what I'm getting, is that, like, put yourself out there even though you don't have to. Help people out even though you're like, that's not really my business. Why should I be a part of that? It will help you. It will come back your way. You'll see the value of it the more you do it. I feel like it's hard. Whoever this is really hitting for, and I feel like there's a bunch of you, you're kind of like, oh, I don't know. I got burned a lot doing that before, and I've learned to stay out of people's business. I've learned to let people deal with their own problems. They're saying at this point, they spiritually, I feel like if this is really coming to you and hitting with you, they want you to get out there and do this again so you can move forward. This is going to be worth it. Take it with a grain of salt. You decide. I'm going to watch the comments, of course. I'm curious what's going to happen with this. All right. So thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.